Yes, good morning to all of you. Myself, Mahesh Jagdish Pingle, lecturer, Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic Ambad. So, dear students, today we are going to discuss and want to learn the concept of sound. So, whatever the audio energy we are capable to listen, it is called as the sound. So, many different sounds we listen in our day to day life. So, the sound of birds, sound of vehicles, sound of machines, sound of human beings, all these comes under the category of sound. Now, this particular sound is nothing but the disturbance which propagates through air, water, or for that matter, any elastic medium, right? So, these are nothing but the compressions and rarefactions created within your air. So, as all of we know that we are surrounded by air. So, air is an invisible medium which is always present around us. So, by 24 by 7 in lifetime, we are always surrounded with the help of some air material. So, it is completely invisible, right? Now, when the sound moves from one point to the another point, it will create some compressions and rarefactions within that particular air medium, and we can say that air is the medium or path for that particular sound to flow or propagate from one point to the another, right? Now, basically, the frequency range for the audible sound, or we can say that audible frequency range, it lies between 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz is the frequency range, audible frequency range. Now, let us have a look over the definition of the sound. So, as we already discussed, sound is disturbance which propagates through air. Sound is also propagates through water or some special kind of elastic medium. The speed of the sound varies with the material it is traveling through. So, the speed of the sound, it is different for different material. So, if the sound it is propagating through air, the speed is different. If the sound is propagating through water, the speed is different. If the sound is propagating some special elastic material, then the speed of the sound it is different. So, the speed of the sound varies depending on the material, right? So, the sound propagates from one point to the another point in the form of waves, and that waves are called as the sound waves. Now, sound propagation through the medium can be described by sound waves. So, if we want to describe the sound wave, or if we want to draw the nature of the sound wave, we are just taking a sine wave as the representation of your sound wave. So, if we want to draw the sound wave, then it will be represented by sine waves, right? So, basically, sinusoidal waveforms are used for representation of the sound waves. Now, whenever the sound wave propagates through the medium, it creates pressure above and below the atmospheric pressure. So, the air has its own atmospheric pressure, its natural pressure, but when the sound it is propagating through this particular free space air, then whatever the natural atmospheric pressure of the एअर इट विल बी गेट्स चेंज्ड. म्हणजे वातावरणाचं स्वतःचं हवेचं काहीतरी प्रेशर असतं, पण जेव्हा कधी तुमचा आवाज त्या हवेच्या माध्यमातून प्रोपगेट होतो, ते नॅचरल प्रेशर बदलून त्याच्यामध्ये काहीतरी कॉम्प्रेशन्स किंवा रेअर फ्रॅक्शन्स तिथं होऊ शकतात. आता ह्याचा कन्सेप्ट जर आपल्याला अजून चांगल्या पद्धतीनं क्लिअर करून घ्यायचा असेल तर एक एक्सपेरिमेंट इथं दाखवलेलं आहे बघा. सो एक ट्युनिंग फॉग घेतलेला आहे, ज्याच्यामार्फत हा एक्सपेरिमेंट केला जातो. बऱ्याचदा शाळेमध्ये सुद्धा हा एक्सपेरिमेंट तुम्ही केलेला असू शकतो. आता ट्युनिंग फॉग जेव्हा त्याच्या ओरिजिनल नॅचरल पोझिशनमध्ये असेल, इथं जर तुम्ही बघितलं असेल, सो ॲट पोझिशन ए इज द नॅचरल ट्युनिंग फॉक पोझिशन, म्हणजे तो कोणतंही मुवमेंट करत नाही आहे. त्याच्यामुळं द इक्विडिस्टंट एअर लेयर्स वी आर फाउंड इन फिगर ए, म्हणजे त्या एअरमधले जे काही लेयर्स आहेत त्या सगळे इक्विडिस्टंट आहेत. इक्विडिस्टंट या शब्दाचा अर्थ काय? एकमेकापासून समप्रमाणात, दोन्हीमधलं अंतर अगदी सेम आहे, इक्विडिस्टंट आहे. पण जेव्हा कधी आपण तो ट्युनिंग फॉक कशावर तरी आदळून त्याचा आवाज तयार करतो आणि त्या ट्युनिंग फॉकपासून काही कंपनं तयार करतो, व्हायब्रेशन्स क्रिएट करतो. सो व्हेन द ट्युनिंग फॉक गेट्स व्हायब्रेटेड, बिकॉज ऑफ दीज पर्टिक्युलर व्हायब्रेशन्स, आधीच्या इक्विडिस्टंट एअर लेयर्स होत्या ज्या तुम्ही फिगर ए मध्ये बघितल्या होत्या, आता त्या इक्विडिस्टंट एअर लेयर्स न राहता त्याच्यामध्ये कॉम्प्रेशन्स आणि रेअर फ्रॅक्शन्स तयार होतात. सो यू आर ऑब्झर्विंग हिअर इन फिगर बी, when the tuning fork gets vibrated, some compressions will be created. So see, it will be represented by compression. Then R is nothing but the rare fraction will be created. So such a kind of compressions and rare fractions will be created, and we are observing such a compressions and rare fractions in your B and C. Now these compressions and rare fractions propagate through the air from one point to the another. So that's why we say that the sound is propagated from one point to the another. Is it clear? So there is a source of sound and there is a destination of the sound. So many times suppose if you are listening the music from a tape recorder, and that tape recorder it is placed some point at your home. So suppose it is 500, suppose it is 50 meter from where you have seated. So तुम्ही जिथून बसला तिथून समजा 50 मीटरवर तो टेप रेकॉर्डर जर ठेवलेला असेल, अँड दॅट टेप रेकॉर्डर इज अ सोर्स ऑफ साऊंड, त्याच्यामधून काहीतरी आवाज येतोय. नाव तिथं तयार झालेला आवाज एअरमध्ये कॉम्प्रेशन्स आणि रेअर फ्रॅक्शन्स क्रिएट करतो, आणि ते कॉम्प्रेशन्स आणि रेअर फ्रॅक्शन्स प्रोपोगेट होत होत तुमच्या कानापर्यंत येतात, आणि कानाचा जो तुमचा पडदा आहे त्याला व्हायब्रेशन्स क्रिएट करतात. आणि हे जे तयार झालेले व्हायब्रेशन्स आहेत, हे व्हायब्रेशन्स म्हणजे तुम्ही लिसनिंग द साऊंड, म्हणजे तो तुमचं गाणं ऐकणं आहे. क्लिअर? त्याच्यामुळं हिअर टेप रेकॉर्डर इज द सोर्स अँड युअर सेल्फ इज द डेस्टिनेशन. त्याच्यामुळं सोर्स टू डेस्टिनेशन हा जो आवाजाचा प्रवास आहे हा एअर प्रेशरमधले कॉम्प्रेशन्स आणि रेअर फ्रॅक्शन्स याच्या माध्यमातून होतो, हे लक्षात घ्यायचं. राईट? नाऊ सपोज हिअर यू आर ऑब्झर्विंग द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द ट्युनिंग फॉक एक्सपेरिमेंट. सो व्हॉट द ऑथर हॅज रिटन हिअर. नाऊ रेफर टू द फिगर 1.1.b. when we set the tuning fork into vibration, its prongs will alternately bend inward and outward. Now when the prongs bends outward, the layer of air clothes to then are pushed away from the compression C as shown in figure B, and the prongs bend inward, the nearby air layers are separated out and rare fractions are formed as shown in figure C. So due to the continuous vibration of the prongs, these compressions and rare fractions will be produced alternately. They travel through the air in the rapid succession in the form of longitudinal wave. In this way, the sound wave travels in the form of longitudinal waves. So what we learn from this description, that the compressions and rare fractions are propagated through the air, and these propagations are nothing but in the form of longitudinal waves. So this is all about the sound part of your first unit. So definition of the sound, propagation of sound we learned. So if we summarize our session, we say that the sound is propagated through the air with some compressions and rare fractions layers of pressure within that particular air, and that compression and rarefactions will be received by the destination person, and the sound will be listened to that particular person. So today we will stop here. In our next lecture we are trying to learn about the basic characteristics of sound. We already learned some basic characteristics in previous lecture. So once again we will discuss some 6 to 7 basic characteristics of sound. So we will stop here. So thank you very much.